can hear the bees up there in the ribes. So today was the washing day, and I filled the line, and in the good old Irish tradition, I put all the excess onto the hedges. It's what my great-grandmother used to do in her thatched cottage, and what my grandmother did any time that she visited anyone who had a garden, because my grandmother, of course, spent her life in a very small terraced house. So here, this hedge is about 13 metres long. I'm sure you remember when I just put the little cuttings in the ground all the way along the ditch. The ditch is on the other side. That carries away all the excess water and stops my land from flooding. And if you read the book A Cottage in 3 Acres, I had all these earthworks and drains done at the very beginning. So all the big stuff went on to the line, and the very small stuff like socks, and all the excess I threw over the hedge. And of course it does leave the clothes smelling very sweet. You know, you get these, what are they called? Clothes softeners, fabric softeners, and it's, green fresh and etc. And they're just full of chemicals. This is real green fresh. And I've put some of the sheets over these hedges. And I might leave them out overnight actually, because there's a beautiful moon promised tonight. Not quite full, but getting there. Can be quite ghostly, looking up through the woodland gardens and seeing white things picked out in the moonlight. I'm sure there was many as a child scared half to death with the thought of banshees and ghosts and all things of the night. It's a beautiful evening, it really is. There's lots of fairly weak sunshine just coming through. One of my oak trees must be about 30 foot high. It's ginormous. Hard to believe that that's less than 20 years old. Some of you ask me about mowing the paths. Well, there's very little mowing left to do here. Because it's a woodland garden, what do you see? Lots and lots of leaves. The leaf mould is very deep now, and so there's very little comes up through it. And during the summer, it's just a lovely leafy path, which I don't have to moan. I don't have to moan about it, because there's nothing to do, very little to do. And it's why I urge so many people to think seriously about creating a woodland garden. Do you see that beautiful bee? It's doing like a little celebration circuit round the camera. This is the true health of the land. All these little plants are growing from seeds dropped by birds. This is Hypericum, a beautiful shrub with yellow flowers, a cultivated version of St. John's wort. This is Cotoneaster, beautiful shrub covered in red berries. The bees love the flowers. And this is blackcurrant. And there's another tiny blackcurrant beside the cotoneaster. You see, when the land regains its health and is planted with trees and shrubs, the birds come in and they do incredible work. The magic of nature, huh? You can't beat it. Well, as you can see, spring is definitely here. It's just amazing how fast it all just appears to happen, you know. It's like each morning when you wake up and you go out into the garden, something else has popped through the earth. It is the biggest high, it really is. And I think this is probably why there are so many issues in the world today. It is just simply the lack of connection that we have with Mother Earth. You know, it's really as simple as that. And today, what I've been doing, between my little jaunts through the woodland gardens, I've been completely reorganising the lodge, which of course is now my office and a spare bedroom. And yeah, so that's been working really well. I've got a lot done. And another wonderful aspect of this time of year is the full moon that happens around the sort of warming up, you know, and this is the end of the first week in April, and there's this incredible warming going on. And to see a full moon rise in a very clear sky is so invigorating. And I was talking with my daughter on the phone, and my two little granddaughters were filled with energy, and we both reckoned it was, you know, this kind of full moon energy that, again, you know, unless you keep in touch with Mother Earth, you don't understand that energy that's coming through. So to be out every day, to see the changes in the seasons, to see the stars in the sky at night, the full moon rising, the new moon, all that happens within nature has such a profound effect upon us. And so far removed, isn't it? So have a blessed weekend, everyone. And thank you for visiting Old Cottage. And be part of it, the real world. It's incredible. Blessings to you all.